Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from simpleprogrammer.com. So I'm doing a quick product review for you today. Tired of pushy recruiters sending you LinkedIn requests for jobs you have no interest in? Tired of blasting out resumes into the dark? If so, you should check out Hired.com. Hired.com flips job searching on its head by having top employers like Facebook come to you after you fill out one simple application. You also get your own job coach to help you on your next job search. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend you at least fill out the application. Just go to Hired.com/simpleprogrammer, and when you get hired with Hired, you'll get double the normal sign-on bonus for using that link. Today I'm reviewing a lock, a fingerprint lock, security lock that's designed for indoor use. It's the Ardwolf A10 Fingerprint touchscreen keyless lock with visual menu display. And I'm pretty impressed with this. I have to admit that I hadn't heard of Ardwolf before, and when I was offered this lock, I wasn't sure if I really wanted it, but then I decided, hey, I could use a lock on my office door, and I am actually impressed. So just a caveat here, or full disclosure rather, I did get a free lock. They did send me a free lock, but I don't do a review unless I like the product. So I happen to like this product. When people ask me if I will review something, I say, well, you can send it to me, and if I like it, then I'll do the review. In this case, I did like the product. I was actually really impressed because I thought it was, I just felt like it wasn't going to be that good. And I've done some reviews on some keyless entry before. You can check out my reviews here on some outdoor, the Schlage, I don't know how to say it, but keyless entry that I've installed on my house. Now let's talk about this one. So again, Ardwolf A10 Fingerprint touchscreen keyless door lock with visual menu display. When I opened up the package, it was packaged very nicely in there. It was very well cushioned. Everything was individually packed, and the lock mechanism itself, one thing I appreciated was it was all together, so I could see how it's supposed to go. That made things a lot faster when I did the install rather than everything being separate pieces. So the install was really easy. It was way easier than I expected. I basically just took off my old doorknob. I basically switched out the locking mechanism and the kick plate, and then literally just took the back side and the front side, put them together, connected one wire, and I'm 90% there. Screwed in a couple of screws, and it's secure on the door. Then the only thing left to do was getting the levers on there. So you can, the back lever on facing you on the inside of the door, pretty easy, you just put that on. But obviously the front one needs to be secured somehow. So what you end up doing is you put in the cylinder, and then you have to put in this pin, and then you have to put the key in and turn the cylinder with the handle in. Then the handle slips on there as that pin slips in, and then you unlock it and it locks that pin in place, and then you've got the handle in there. That part was a little bit tricky. I had a little bit of trouble getting the key into there to fit in, but then I got it, and that was fine. Then the setup was super easy. You basically have an admin code that with the lock, and if you hit the pound on the lock, once you put the batteries in, you put in 4 AA batteries on the back side, then you can go to a menu and you can choose fingerprint, and you can just put your fingerprints right there. Real quick, real simple, worked the very first time I tried it. And then you can also change out the code and change out the admin code. Really intuitive, real simple interface. Didn't take a whole lot of reading or figuring out to get that set up. And then it worked pretty flawlessly. I mean, the fingerprint reader seems to work really well. The keypad works really well. A couple of things I like about the lock is, well, one of the big things is that it has 3 ways to unlock it, right? So you've got keys, you've got the keypad, and you've got the fingerprint. The other thing that I like about it is that it does have a backup. So if the battery dies, it's got a little thing at the bottom where you can put connect a 9-volt battery, and it will give it some juice so that you can get in and get your code in, and then you can get back in and replace the batteries. Another thing about it is that it auto locks. So once you open it, it gives you a couple of seconds and then it relocks again. So that's nice. So you don't have to remember to try it and relock it. And it works with the key, it works with the keypad, it works with the fingerprint. And everything just worked really flawlessly for the price. Really good value, I think, on this lock. I was pleasantly surprised by it. And yeah, there wasn't a lot to complain about. The only thing I would say that I could complain about is that the instructions are a little bit hard to follow, but you almost don't need them for most of it. It's like very intuitive, very obvious of how to install this. Believe me, I don't do a lot of mechanical stuff, and I figured it out, so I'm sure that you can. The features with this lock, one of the cool things, one of the cool things is that it can store up to 500 fingerprints, 300 codes. You've got the 2 keys that come with it. For mechanical keys in case you want that. And it also has this Audit Trail feature, so you can put in the date and time, and then if you want to see, you can see the audit trail of who's unlocked the lock or how many times it was unlocked, which is kind of cool. There's no smartphone interface to this, but you know, that's really not that necessary. I don't think. I've got the other locks that I reviewed, they have it, but I never use it. I just use the keypad because that's the most convenient thing. It would be nice perhaps maybe to integrate it with Alexa or something like that, but hey, you know, you can't have everything, especially for the decent price that this is. Customer service seems to be really good with Ardwolf. I've seen some reviews on Amazon and seen them respond really well. They put their email address right there and website, so I think they're you know, quality product. Like I said, I'm impressed with it. The only other complaint, if I had any complaint about the lock, that I would say is that it is a 4-digit code. I'd probably prefer it to be a 6-digit code just to be a little bit more secure, but for the purpose that I'm using this for an indoor lock, just to really make it so that people that are doing a home exchange at my house don't get into my office, and I can store stuff in there. I think it works pretty well. So that's it. Check it out. It's the Ardwolf A10 Fingerprint Touchscreen Keyless Door Lock with a visual menu display. And like I said, I'm not being paid to do this, but you know, I thought it was something cool that I would show you that I've put on my office, and I did get a free lock, which I appreciated. But you can go and check it out for yourself if you like that. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, click that subscribe button below. I don't do a whole lot of reviews, so if you're looking for a bunch of product reviews, sorry, but I do a few of them from time to time. But I do a lot of videos, 2 to 3 a day. Talk to you next time. Take care.